you're saying that education is graduating high school and graduating college. The whole point of supply and demand is something that's rare. Any schmuck can graduate high school or college for that matter these days. It's not that cool. Like, I graduated college. If I could do it all over again, I'd probably get right ass to the business world. I'd probably have another $1 billion bucks.
What do you mean when you say it's not that cool, though?
I'm just saying it's not what it used to be. Now, if you go to a company and say, hey, I have a college degree, it's like, get in line. Because there's a garbage can over there.
Is still one of the most reliable
Skills pay the bills, degrees pay fees. So if you're in that old school mentality,
on average, though, who makes more money? Somebody who has a college degree or somebody who has a high school diploma?
Yes, if you want to use stats from 20 years ago.
No, I mean now, in 2023.
I'm telling you right now, if you want to use stats from years ago.
No, from 2023, though.
Let me speak on my own show. I'll tell you the answer.
Sure.
If you want to use stats, over time, a high school degree will make $1 million over their lifetime. A college degree will make $2 million over their lifetime. A master's degree will make $3 million over their lifetime. But we have not seen enough evidence in the last 5 years, since the internet, since YouTube, since COVID, to basically show you that entrepreneurs, drop shippers, AI, tech, crypto, OnlyFans for that matter, that it's changed the game. So yes, you are right from stats 10 years ago. I'm just saying there's a new breed of entrepreneur, hustler, person out there that's making money, and those stats, I'm assuming, are going to be a lot different in the future.
Well, what you have is a hypothesis. So you're guessing, you're making an educated guess that maybe those fields will be very lucrative in like 10, 20 years, and that might bear
Those fields are very lucrative now. So you can
take... For some, sure. For a lot of people, there's
here's the problem that I have
with
people that talk out of both sides of their mouth. Here's the problem, and I'm calling you out.
Sure.
You just said that you would rather make 400 grand on OnlyFans than 40 grand using your college degree. So which one is it, sweetheart? Do you want to make 400 grand on OnlyFans, or do you want to make 400 grand with your college degree?
You just changed the hypothetical.
No. That's exactly what's going on here.
That wasn't what it is, though.
No, that's exact.
You asked me a hypothetical question.
Answer that question.
If you could have like your dream car right now, no expenses paid, would you want it? And it's of course, but that's not the reality that we live in.
You're using a straw man fallacy here. Way to move the goalpost. Answer this question. Would you rather make 400 grand on OnlyFans or 40 grand working a regular job?
I already answered the question. I already answered it though, and
what was the answer?
I said 400K.
Exactly.
But this is like fairyland. That's not going to happen.
What do you mean that's not going to happen? She just said she made that amount of money. So did they.
Yeah, but that's an exception to the rule. The average person
she's
model
just
on
hot
OnlyFans,
and she's not annoying.
The average person on OnlyFans does not make 400K and is probably not going to make 400K. That's very like.
I agree with you. If I could do it all again, I would not go to college. I would do things differently. But I mean, I'm happy that I'm in college because it's taught me things like that I needed to push me off, like, and expanded my mind, taught me discipline and things like that. But I also learned discipline from competing in fitness shows, which has nothing to do with my degree at all.
Exactly.
So,
and Aaron, where did you go to college?
I went to UTRGV, and I have my undergraduate degree
in
UTRGV.
What is that?
University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. So it's an offset of like the
Okay,
UT
so it's like a
Austin system.
third-tier college. No offense. You didn't go to Texas
a state college.
A&M. You didn't go to UT Austin. You went to Texas.
I was automatically accepted to UT Austin, but I went to UTRGV.
So you got accepted to a great school, but you picked a shitty school?
It's not a shitty school at all. It's the same network.
What is it called?
UTRGV.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah,
but the point is this.
It's only been around for like a few years.
When I asked you that question earlier, would you rather make 40 grand working a regular job or 400K on OnlyFans? I went to college. I'm going to work my job. Don't just be like, well, I'd rather take the 400 grand, because that loses credibility here.
Why?
So when you make the argument for college, then why go to college if you can just start stripping or go to OnlyFans? Which one is it?
Because those jobs have like a ceiling on them right away. They're not going to be lucrative into your years, if they're even lucrative at all.
So then why did you pick it?
Because you gave me like an impossible like a very unrealistic.
It wasn't that impossible.
No, but you could have chose 40.
Amy over here said 40. Natalia said 40. You could have said 40. But you picked the 400 grand.
Of course, because I would choose to make more money, obviously. But that's not what, statistically, that's not, OnlyFans is not what's going to be likely to lead to me becoming like a half a millionaire.
But that's the point. If you're choosing to make more money, you don't need necessarily a college degree.
No, you don't need to. But if we're talking about averages and what's going to maximize your chances of making the most amount of money, the stats that we know in 2023 is that like a diploma, not just a high school one, but like higher education, like an undergraduate and master's program, is going to be the thing that reliably increases your income year over year.
Then why is student loan debt higher than the national credit card debt? Like, why aren't people making
because
enough
the cost
money?
of education is becoming more expensive.
To be able to pay back the
because the
degrees
cost
that
of
they're going to
education
get?
is becoming more expensive because some degrees are becoming more and more
sorry,
valuable.
and
You were dissing my school, but it literally, statistically, it does not matter that I went to UTRGV instead of UT Austin because I have a STEM degree, and a STEM degree ends up on average paying the same amount of money whether you get it from fucking Harvard or you get it from UTRGV. It's a STEM degree.
I'm not dissing college. I went to college.
No, I'm saying you diss
right,
you went to the shitty
talk,
school.
Or are you gonna listen? Because you can't do both, sweetheart. All right. So listen, I went to college. I'm not dissing college. I paid back my $20,000 student loans. Boom, cut a check when I made money. I was done with it. The point is this. I'm not advocating for not going to college. But for when I ask you straight up, would you rather make 400 grand on OnlyFans or get a job that pays you 40 grand? You picked OnlyFans, baby girl. You should have doubled down and said, you know what? I'll start at that 40 grand job, do my step job, get a raise, get to 60, get to 80, start my own company. No, but you took the 400
You
grand
didn't want
OnlyFans.
nuance though. You wanted like, do you want this job or that job? And we know it makes
And what did
400K,
you
you want
pick?
40K.
And
And
what
I
did
picked
you pick?
400K because in your unrealistic
picked the
hypothetical,
OnlyFans. I
yeah, I
rest my
picked
case.
400K. Yeah,
But
but
I think there's
when it's
extremely
realistic,
realistic. The panel has the diverse of a college degree, and the panel does have a diverse of people who are successful on OnlyFans. So you can't really say it's unrealistic when a good amount of people on today's panel, just itself, in front of you,
And I've
are
recruited
making money from
several
OnlyFans.
women, and
selection bias, though.
I myself have recruited several women who had their degree to be lawyers. One bitch was literally a fucking neurosurgeon. What is it called? A neurosurgeon.
Yeah, neurosurgeon.
Okay. She quit to do OnlyFans. So like this is just a retarded ass argument.
I think there's just a fundamental misunderstanding here, right? The idea of like, are you guaranteed to make 400K or will you maybe make 400K? Because the vast majority of women on OnlyFans, sadly, are not making 400K. They're making a lot less.
$2,500 a month.
Or no,
the average for
that's
the 1%.
that
The 1%.
really
Okay.
average?
For the
for the 1%.
On OnlyFans?
We're talking
I
about
don't
like
know
the
any OnlyFans girl
98%.
that's
are
not
not
These
making
are
that
like
much.
girls who
I
don't know
don't know
business.
an OnlyFans girl that's not making money.
Great money
The
on
average
OnlyFans.
person.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
so
the
they're
average
not gonna-
person is
Let me just get
average.
some
Do not
finality to
average
this
things to
entire
make money.
conversation.
Yeah.
This whole thing started
Top
with when a
1%.
woman should sell, when a woman goes on
When to hold 'em, when
clearance,
to fold 'em.
when she hits the goodwill. Just so we're all clear here, let's go down the list here. Okay, Zena, at what age would you like to sell and be married to some dude? What age?
well, I got married at 21, so. But now
And you're how old
I'm
now?
27, so I'm
Okay.
approaching the wall.
Okay, so by 30, you don't want to be 50% off.
No, I want to already be settled down. Like, well, not settled down, but I want to have a man that I'm for
Got
sure building a future with, and either already have one child, or at least be about to pop out.
Got
one.
it. So you're ready to
Yeah.
get this party started. You're ready
Because
to sell.
by the time you're 30, you have a significant amount of your eggs that have dried up, and that's biological.
And at 35, you're what's called a geriatric pregnancy. Amy, you already answered this. You're looking to get wiped
Exact
up in the
same
next
thing
2
as
years.
Zena, yeah.
Okay.
I was even married around the same age as well. So
There you go.
But I had that mentality anyway. I knew, like, when I was a teenager, 16, I was like, I need to be married by 22 and having kids by
Make it
23.
happen.
So I did get married. I didn't consummate that marriage, but like, yeah, I got married to some Canadian.
Natalie,
trust fund.
you're 24. So you're in prime age, you know, like your sexual market value is as good as it gets right now. But by 27, it'll be time to sell. What time do you like to sell?
Ideally, I'd like to be between 28 and 32.
28
That
and 32.
nice little 4-year
Okay.
age range.
There you go. Okay.
my sweet
Pixie,
spot.
you're 24.
Yeah, late 20s or early 30s. I will say, just based off my anecdotal family experience, most of my family got married around their early 30s, were able to have children, multiple children, and there's like basically no divorces. So I feel like there's a lot of stability there, and that's the number one priority. If I want children, I want to make sure that they're going to be in a stable household. So I think like early 30s, late 20s.
Okay. Maria, when are you going to give up this crazy lifestyle of making out with all the women you see and all the boys that are tracking you?
All the
When are you going to
cake.
settle down and be a good wife?
I want to give it up. I don't want to. But get pregnant, I don't know, probably like 28,
28. And how old are you now?
22.
22. All right, so
Oh,
you got time. You're good. You're a youngin'. Okay. Aaron, my good friend, that's very argumentative. I respect it. When are you going to give away this annoying, argumentative life and be a submissive, good wife?
Oh, absolutely never.
Okay.
But
Nice.
I'm 24 right now, and I'll probably be married before, like, and maybe with a child before 28.
28?
But like, yeah, probably under 30.
And just to be clear, what type of guy you're looking for?
No, I already have a man.
Okay. But I thought you were pansexual. Yeah.
I am. My sexuality didn't change because I got into a relationship.
You know what? I always like girls like you on the panel because, you get my blood boiling and that's
spicy.
I like it.
Rissa?
But like, what if it doesn't
totally
go
good.
this way for you guys? Like, what if it goes the direction where you are still single at 34? Like, are you gonna feel like what he said is generalizing as 50% off? Because I mean, I was single up until a year ago,
Well,
but like I was also
technically-
looking for someone that was right for
Technically,
me.
you're on clearance at that point, just according to Kevin Samuels.
Well, how long were you single?
His
How long
rule.
were you single for?
A while. Like,
What-
not in
what's
a situationship is not a real relationship. So like, I mean, someone calling me their girlfriend, a while.
He's a lot younger too, right? You said like, okay.
But he's a great human being. Like, and that's just what it comes down to.
Do you feel like at the point before you guys met, you had kind of sacrificed any of your standards at that point, your mindset at all, or no, not really?
When I was stupid.
Yeah, okay. But then you
And then
met
I got
somebody who met those expectations and you were like,
Yes.
thank God. Okay.
Yes.
But for a moment, for a second, you did consider like,
When I was younger and stupider, I was
Okay.
like, oh yeah, he likes me. He's just acting out.
Right.
Whatever lies girls tell themselves when guys aren't treating them the way that they deserve to be treated. And then I realized, why am I lying to myself when I can just have what I really want?
No,
Yeah.
I think the idea of like, oh, clearance, so you should just take any man is really dangerous because that's how you end up with going to be like an absentee father or a deadbeat
abuser,
father.
yeah.
So
I know.
I rather, I want to have children, but if I can't find the right guy or whatever, and I turn 40, whatever, clearance, I'm just going to suck it up because why would you put your children
Well,
through?
that's not what
Pixie,
Kevin-
you just hit the nail on the head, baby girl.
Go,
Sometimes,
Pixie.
here's what. So all it is you need to realize, hey, listen, okay, whether I agree with Kevin Samuels or not is almost irrelevant. But at some point, I need to understand that, as Amy talks about, whether you're 50% off clearance, Goodwill, outlet, there is a ticking time clock for women. And usually that number is 30-ish, okay? So whether you're 27 or 32 or 34, like the epiphany stage, what do you call it, the wall?
hitting
Yeah,
the
the
wall.
wall.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, like,
felt
for
like I could've
a guy's wall is like in his mid-40s.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
A woman's wall is late 20s. Men and women are not the same. They say that men and women are not equal or they are
Yeah.
equal. Equal means exactly the same. Men and women are not the same. So do what you want to do, but just know that 50% off, clearance, outlet, Goodwill, the wall, this is around the corner. So capitalize on your beauty and your youth. That's my
What I want to clarify,
I wanted to
just wait.
clarify that because I spoke with Kevin in person. That's not what he meant when saying that. Clearance does not mean just take anything. It meant what he talks about when he breaks it down. He says women are very we're picky. We have all these high standards because of social media. He has a whole breakdown. Clearance just means obviously once you're on clearance and you're getting older, you can't be as picky. You can't be expecting to get a man that is making $400K a year and successful and famous and all that stuff. You
And
need to
6
start
foot and
looking
this
at
and that.
these average men that can be potential and good fathers. Average men can and absolutely be good fathers.
So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire SOSCAST, click right here.